everybody. Welcome back to Bible in a Year. My name is Natalie, and today we are on day 349. I am so happy that you're here today, and I hope that your day is going great. We are going to be reading out of 2 Chronicles chapter 20, Zechariah chapter 2, and then we're going to close out our day with John chapter 13, verses 21 through 38. So let's get started with 2 Chronicles chapter 20. See what's going on today. After this, the children of Moab, the children of Ammon, and with them some of the Ammonites, came against Jehoshaphat to battle. Then some came who told Jehoshaphat, saying, "A great multitude is coming against you from beyond the sea, from Syria. Behold, they are in Hazazon Tamar, that is, En-gedi." Jehoshaphat was alarmed and set himself to seek to Yahweh. He proclaimed a fast throughout all Judah. Judah gathered themselves together to seek help from Yahweh. And they came out of all the cities of Judah to seek Yahweh. Jehoshaphat stood in the assembly of Judah and Jerusalem in Yahweh's house, before the new court, and he said, "Yahweh, the God of our fathers, aren't you God in heaven? Aren't you ruler over all the kingdoms of the nations? Power and might are in your hand, so that no one is able to withstand you. Didn't you, our God, drive out the inhabitants of this land before your people Israel, and give it to the offspring of Abraham, your friend forever? They lived in it, and have built you a sanctuary in it for your name, saying, 'If evil comes on us, the sword, judgment, pestilence, or famine, we will stand before this house and before you, for your name is in this house, and cry to you in our affliction, and you will hear and save.' Now behold, the children of Ammon and Moab and Mount Seir, whom you would not let Israel invade when they came out of the land of Egypt, but they turned away from them and didn't destroy them. Behold, how they reward us, to come to cast us out to your possession, which you have given us to inherit. Our God, will you not judge them? For we have no might against this great company that comes against us. We don't know what to do, but our eyes are on you." All Judah stood before Yahweh with their little ones, their wives, and their children. Then Yahweh's Spirit came on Jehaziel, the son of Zechariah, the son of Benaiah, the son of Jael, the son of Mattaniah, the Levite of the sons of Asaph, in the middle of the assembly. And he said, "Listen, all Judah, and you inhabitants of Jerusalem, and you, King Jehoshaphat. Yahweh says to you, don't be afraid, and don't be dismayed because of this great multitude, for the battle is not yours, but God's. Tomorrow go down against them, and behold, they are coming up by the ascent of Ziz. You will find them at the end of the valley, before the wilderness of Jeruel. You will not need to fight this battle. Set yourselves, stand still, and see the salvation of Yahweh with you, O Judah and Jerusalem. Don't be afraid, nor be dismayed. Go out against them tomorrow, for Yahweh is with you." Jehoshaphat bowed his head with his face to the ground, and all Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem fell down before Yahweh, worshiping Yahweh. The Levites of the children of the Kohathites and of the children of the Korahites stood up to praise Yahweh, the God of Israel, with an exceedingly loud voice. They arose early in the morning and went out into the wilderness of Tekoa. As they went out, Jehoshaphat stood and said, "Listen to me, Judah and you inhabitants of Jerusalem. Believe in Yahweh your God, so you will be established. Believe his prophets, so you will prosper. When he had taken counsel with the people, he appointed those who were to sing to Yahweh and give praise in holy array as they go out before the army, and say, Give thanks to Yahweh, for his loving kindness endures forever. When they began to sing and to praise, Yahweh set ambushers against the children of Ammon, Moab, and Mount Seir, who had come up against Judah, and they were struck. For the children of Ammon and Moab stood up against the inhabitants of Mount Seir to utterly kill and destroy them. When they had finished the inhabitants of Seir, everyone helped to destroy each other. When Judah came to the place overlooking the wilderness, they looked at the multitude, and behold, they were dead bodies, fallen to the earth, and there were none who escaped. When Jehoshaphat and his people came to take their plunder, they found among them in abundance both riches and dead bodies, with precious jewels, which they stripped off for themselves, more than they could carry away. They took plunder for 3 days. It was so much. On the 4th day, they assembled themselves in Barakah Valley, for there they blessed Yahweh. Therefore, the name of that place was called Barakah Valley to this day. Then they returned, every man to Judah and Jerusalem, with Jehoshaphat in front of them, to go again to Jerusalem with joy. For Yahweh had made them to rejoice over their enemies. They came to Jerusalem with stringed instruments, harps, and trumpets to Yahweh's house. The fear of God was on all the kingdoms of the countries when they heard that Yahweh fought against the enemies of Israel. So the realm of Jehoshaphat was quiet, for his God gave him rest all around. So Jehoshaphat reigned over Judah. He was 35 years old when he began to reign. He reigned 25 years in Jerusalem. His mother's name was Azubah, the daughter of Shilhi. He walked in the way of Asa his father and didn't turn away from it, doing that which was right in Yahweh's eyes. However, the high places were not taken away, and the people had still not set their hearts on the God of their fathers. Now the rest of the acts of Jehoshaphat, first and last, behold, they are written in the history of Jehu, the son of Hanani, which is included in the book of the kings of Israel. After this, Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, joined himself with Ahaziah, king of Israel. The same did very wickedly. He joined himself with him to make ships to go to Tarshish. They made the ships in Ezion-Geber. Then Eleazar, the son of Dodavahu of Mareshah, prophesied against Jehoshaphat, saying, Because you have joined yourself with Ahaziah, Yahweh has destroyed your works. The ships were wrecked, so that they were not able to go to Tarshish. And that takes care of that. Jehoshaphat. Okay, Zechariah chapter 2. Haven't we all been there when things are going super great until they're not? I have. All right, chapter 2. I lifted up my eyes and saw, and behold, a man with a measuring line in his hand. And then I asked, Where are you going? And he said to me, To measure Jerusalem, to see what its width and what is its length. Behold, the angel who talked with me went out, and another angel went out to meet him, and said to him, Run, speak to this young man, saying, Jerusalem will be inhabited as villages without walls, because of the multitude of men and livestock in it. For I, says Yahweh, will be to her a wall of fire around it, and I will be the glory in the middle of her. Come, come, flee from the land of the north, says Yahweh, for I have spread you abroad as the four winds of the sky, says Yahweh. Come, Zion, escape, you who dwell with the daughter of Babylon, for Yahweh of armies says, for honor he has sent me to the nations which plundered you, for he who touches you touches the apple of his eye. For behold, I will shake my hand over them, and they will be a plunder to those who served them, and you will know that Yahweh of armies has sent me. Sing and rejoice, daughter of Zion, for behold, I come and I will dwell within you, says Yahweh. Many nations shall join themselves to Yahweh in that day, and shall be my people, and I will dwell among you, and you shall know that Yahweh of armies has sent me to you. Yahweh will inherit Judah as his portion in the Holy Land, and will again choose Jerusalem. Be silent, all flesh before Yahweh, for he has roused himself from his holy habitation. Be silent. Can you imagine that scene? Yahweh has roused himself from his holy habitation. Woo! All right, let's close out this day. John chapter 13, verses 21 through 38. Okay. I was very disappointed we had to stop yesterday, so let's finish up here. When Jesus had said this, he was troubled in spirit and testified, most certainly I tell you that one of you will betray me. The disciples looked at one another, perplexed about whom he spoke. One of his disciples, whom Jesus loved, was at the table, leaning against Jesus' breast. Simon Peter therefore beckoned to him and said to him, "Tell us who it is of whom he speaks." He, leaning back as he was on Jesus' breast, asked him, "Lord, who is it?" Jesus therefore answered, "It is he to whom I will give this piece of bread when I have dipped it." So when he had dipped the piece of bread, he gave it to Judas, the son of Simon Iscariot. After the piece of bread, then Satan entered into him. Then Jesus said to him, "What you do, do quickly." Now nobody at the table knew why he said this to him, for some thought because Judas had the money box that Jesus said to him, "Buy what things we need for the feast," or that he should give something to the poor. Therefore, having received that morsel, he went out immediately, and it was night. When he had gone out, Jesus said, "Now the Son of Man has been glorified, and God has been glorified in him. If God has been glorified in him, God will also glorify him in himself, and he will glorify him immediately. Little children, I will be with you a little while longer. You will seek me, and as I said to the Jews, where I am going, you can't come. So now I tell you, a new commandment I give to you, that you love one another. Just as I have loved you, you also love one another. By this, everyone will know that you are my disciples, if you have love for one another." Simon Peter said to him, "Lord, where are you going?" And Jesus answered, "Where I am going, you can't follow now, but you will follow afterwards." Peter said to him, "Lord, why can't I follow you now? I will lay down my life for you." And Jesus answered him, "Will you lay down your life for me? Most certainly I tell you, the rooster won't crow until you have denied me 3 times. Can I just read this again? Verse 33. These are the words of Jesus, the Son of God. Little children, I will be with you a little while longer. You will seek me, and as I said to the Jews, where I am going, you can't come. So now I tell you, a new commandment I give to you, that you love one another, just as I have loved you. You also love one another. By this everyone will know that you are my disciples, if you have love for one another. What is love? Love is patient. Love is kind. Love does not hold offense against one another. The description of love is all through Corinthians. And I have a feeling we should go back. When we finish up this format, let's go back and remind ourselves what love is, because that is his new and final commandment, that we love each other. And I dare say it is much easier than all the other commandments. If we follow his commandment, everything else falls into place. If we truly love one another, we're not going to steal from each other. We're not going to be jealous of each other. We're not going to hold offense, or we're not going to hold the offenses over each other. Everything falls into place. It's beautiful. I would say that is my most favorite passage in the entire Bible, because he said it. There's no mystery in it at all. So thank you for stopping by. Please think about these words today. And when you go about your day, if there's something that is abrasive against you, try love and see how it changes things. Even if it doesn't change what's in front of you, see if it changes you. It's worth a try. And then come on back for tomorrow, which is going to be day 350. I look forward to seeing you then. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.